Hi everyone, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Hijab Iqbali and I am a student of Rehan School Karangi campus, and I am a freelancer and graphic designer and Upwork expert and trainer. So today we have the very special guest whose name is Christer Edman from Sweden. So let's go and talk to him and conversation about his life journey, and then now how was his experience to conduct interviews, to give interviews with our students. So first of all, hello, how are you?
Oh, hello. Assalamu alaikum. I am really happy to be here. Alaikum assalam. I should say the correct. It was 1 year ago we met, so you have progressed a lot. I am so happy to see, and you are doing so well. So I'm very happy to be on this show now with you 1 year later.
And I'm also so excited to talk with you again. So let's start our talk. So first of all, I want to ask you, please share your experience with us. How was your experience to conduct interviews with our students, and what you learned?
Uh, I should say it has been an amazing experience because I can see now there are so many students and they have progressed so much and the program is so good now, and also I can see the English, the knowledge that now speaking English is so much better. So I can see a big difference, and I can also see the way you are training for the interviews with each other is also very good. And I should say that is a collaboration between the teachers, the schools, the principals, the students, and between you, and also how you encourage each other. And I get many times also, do you want to take an interview with my friend? And that is so nice, I think.
That's really interesting. Thank you so much for your amazing answer. So, my another question from you. Can you tell me that? Can you share some of the most impactful strategies that you have used to support your clients?
I should say the most important when I am interacting with the clients, that is to listen and to ask the powerful questions and to give time. Sometimes it's so important to not speak too fast or ask too fast. Give the client space to think, to feel, and that are the most important things I should say. To just give the time and space for the client. That is the most impactful moments.
Thank you so much for your answer. And so, my another question from you. Can you tell me that, like, how do you measure success when working with clients on their career well-being?
Or the measurements for their career and well-being, that is based on their own feeling and experience. Where were you before and where are you now? And that is so important to follow up what the results are actually. And the results can be very different from what they thought from the beginning. And I have noticed some were thinking they needed a coach for something, but they were coached, and after they started up and doing something completely else because their mindset was changed. So that is, I should say, so important to measure and to see and how they feel, and that is so important.
Yes. So, thank you so much again for your answer. So, my another question from you. Can you tell me that what motivated you to pursue coaching, especially focusing on career well-being?
That was when I was working at IBM, and there were a knowledge transfer project. I worked as a project manager, and when they started with the layoffs, and they should do the knowledge transfer uh, to the employees from India, from Bangalore, and they came to Sweden, and the Swedish team team members for the project, they were afraid for their jobs, and then they were layoffs at IBM in Sweden. Then I was thinking about how can we go into the new situation. So then it was about the career, what the experience and what skills and so on. So I started up, invited to groups and used some creative strategies like six thinking hats I used, and also lateral thinking. When you go beyond and you provoke and you use like words and things in a way which open up the, I should say, the tracks between the synapses in the brain. Because when we are doing the same thing, we come into a behavior, a pattern, and for changing that, we need something which are triggering that, and that's why it's so important to come up with provocative questions or methods and so on. So that was the trigger for me to start with the career coaching.
Okay, thank you so much for your amazing answer. And so my another question from you: Can you how do you define career well-being, and why is it important in today's world?
I should say career well-being. For first career, we need to earn money. We need to do something for our living. And that is based on like the career, which is very strict. I could say you can work as a teacher, you can work as a freelancer business, you can work with people, you can work with things, products or yeah, services. So there are so many different ways to do career and earn money on. The other thing is the well-being. If you are not feeling well and happy and what you are doing, then you are working with the wrong area, I should say. Then you can't have the well-being. You are just working for earning the money. And just work for earning the money, it can be working for a while, but you will not feel happy. You will only feel forced to work. It's not the work you have passion for. So well-being is very important related to career. And well-being is also related to your whole personal life with your family, with friends and everything. So if you are not happy and feel well in those situations with family and friends and from a holistic perspective, then it doesn't matter if you have a good career because a person can have a very good job and someone is say, oh, you are having this kind of work and job, but the person is not happy with it and not feeling well. So therefore, it's so important that they are in balance, I should say. Are you here? I answered the questions, but I couldn't hear you more.
Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you. Now I can hear.
Okay. Okay. So basically, my question from you: Can you tell me that like how do you approach helping clients find a career that aligns with their values and passions?
Uh, I have actually a training as an online value facilitator. That means that I must also think about the values. And values are actually the most important because if we are having a job with values or working with colleagues who are not having similar values, then it will be a conflict sooner or later. So the values are so important in coaching to understand the impact of and understand my own values. Because if I work or strive for a work where my values are not taken care of, then will it never be a successful work anyway. So therefore are the values so important. And to know our values. There are some values, for example, I can give an example. If you value money more than people, if you value materialistic things more than what is giving people help, the food or something, which is so you can say if you care about a person and you really care about the person, then you ask, how do you feel? What do you think? What do you want? But if you don't care about the person, then you are focused on, okay, I need this. Can you produce this? I want this now. And when can you be finished? As a project manager, it was very much to think about, if a person feel well, then they can produce well also, no matter what they are doing in a project. So therefore, it's so important to know the values and to talk about values.
It's really awesome. Thank you so much again for your amazing answer. And so, my another question from you: can you tell me that what is the most rewarding part of being a career well-being coach for your personally?
For me personally, that is to see a person coming to me with a kind of mindset or thinking, and when the sessions, when we are finishing the coaching, and see the person, oh, now I know this is what I shall do, and see how they are growing and doing something which is much better than they were thinking from the beginning. Because usually people come for one specific thing, and then after a while, during the coaching, notice this is another area which are more important for the client, and that can be very challenging many times for the mindset, so to say. So it's a mindset change, I should say, which is the most beneficial for me as a coach, well-being coach, to see a person how they find new ways and be happy.
It's good. Thank you so much for your amazing answer. So, my another question from you: can you tell me what is the difference you see in Rehan School students in the future?
Uh, I think in the future, they will be the school, Rehan schools will be recognized for the amazing way they are actually, for the way they are training, for the way they are teaching the students at the school, and the interaction between the students, the teachers, how the principals, the facilitators, how the whole setup is made in Rehan School is like a role model with the AI, also to bring it on as a part and incorporate AI as normal. Also related to the faith, you have many things. The holistic perspective is so important because we are all having different kind of, I should say, abilities, and those abilities are so important, and also different skills, talents, and to see each student as an individual and find the way so they can grow, so you can find and feel happy, get self-confidence, the self-esteem and self-trust. There are so important things, and also bring back the old knowledge like agriculture. How can you actually grow and make sure that you can get the food on the table? So you are having that as well. So it's a combination with the mind, soul, the brain, the body, everything which is not taken care of in most of the schools. They used to focus on one thing or another thing, but I see that Rian School, they you have a very good program, and the way with the entrepreneurship. So very early, we all need to do something so we can earn money, so we can actually live on, not just be there for having fun. Of course, it shall be fun and do this, but it also the hard part. We need to bring food on the table. We need to have somewhere to live, and that is good as early as possible. The students get aware of those things. That's why I can see that you are actually building a future for many people who are actually growing every day. So it's very good. I can see the difference in the future that you are leading. As a leading school for many other countries. I think there will come people and look, oh, what are they doing in Pakistan? You are doing something amazing.
Thank you so much for your amazing answer. And can you tell me, you when you come in Pakistan and visit our school?
Yeah, that is something I'm working on. I want to come as soon as possible, but I have said, yeah, it's family issues must be fixed first before I can come. So that's all I can say. But I do my best. I promise every day for actually being able to come. So we are working on it so hard. And as soon as I know I can book, because I, the decision is made, I shall come. The date is not set, and then I don't want to say more than we still have a family issue and we must solve those things first, and then I can come.
Inshallah. So thank you so much again for your
Inshallah.
answer. Yes. So, what advice do you have for someone who feels stuck in their career and unsure about their next steps?
My advice is there: get a coach, get a mentor. I We have on Christy coach, and I also want to say this: I'm working together with my wife, and she is also my business partner now, and coach trainee. We have created forms which are very easy to fill in. They will give like an assessment based on the wheel of life, 8 different areas from life, and there we also will get an action plan, and that's totally free. So that is, I should say, a first step. So you can do that, and that is the way you can start up, because you need to know for actually starting up where is the area I need to improve for my career, for the future, where shall I go, and what are the next steps. So that will help to set the goals for the future, and also the action plan. And that is taken with help of AI. So we are using the combination between us as coaches and help with AI. So that combination.
So thank you so much for giving me advice, for giving us advice. So, my another question from you: how do you handle clients who are resistant to change or new career paths?
Uh, I used to say that it's only about the client's willingness, what they really want to do. And sometimes it's about making them to be aware of what they really want, and most of all, which is important, what do they need. And that is also based on the person's character. What do they love to do? What are their dreams? What do they do on the free time? And be more focused on what is giving them pleasure than what is giving them pain and challenges. So if with help of powerful questions can get to know the client and see, okay, this is what you love to do, this is where you feel that you're happy, you have the flow in life, then find a way to make a career within that area. That is what I should say is the most important as a coach and working with career coach, and how we can help our clients. That is actually to find ways for the client so they don't feel resistance for going. Because when we do a career change, it must be based on pleasure. It must be based on something I have passion for. I want to do this. I will do this even if I don't earn money on it. I'm going to do this and I shall do it, because there are also ways to do a new career. And that is something I've been doing many times. I spend time on things which I am interested of, things I really love to do. For example, when I worked at IBM, I was awaking during the nights. I was interacting with people. I was part of the Blue IQ ambassadors, the team actually testing new tools at IBM. They are having so many developers. They are creating like applications all the time. I was actually learning about them, testing them, interacting with people from all over the world. I used brain share, where you're actually sharing knowledge between people with help of like a quick chat function, and where we could actually create the best ideas. I was think place advisor, so I was also working on that with the staff, and I was also involved in open innovation. I created groups for open innovation, and I had people, I invited them to the aula and I talked about the different tools and also with the importance of actually having other things related to or thinking. So, yeah, that was a lot of information at the same time. I'm not sure if I answered your question really well.
Yes, so thank you so much for your answer. So, lastly, I want to ask you, what advice would you give to young professionals or students starting their career journey?
Uh, For the young professionals, I would say get knowledge, study well, get to know the thing you are talking about. Make sure when you start up to take the contact with people, what they really need. Learn as much as possible before you start up and try to sell something. So you really need to know what you're going to sell. You need how you shall interact and start up the contact when you start up the sales calls, so to say. That is the tricky part many times. If you know a lot, but you can't approach the client based on their need, where they are, where their pain is today, what and you come up and say the same as many other sales sellers have tried before, you will just be shut off. They don't have time for you. So get to know your customer, your presumptive customer in the future, get to know yourself, and really make a good work related to your studies, knowledge, and then you can start up.
Thank you so much for your time, for your valuable time, and thank you so much for sharing some insightful knowledge to me and to my viewers. So, inshallah, we will meet very soon in Rehan school, and
Yes,
we will wait for you.
inshallah. Thank you so much, and Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Thank you.
Thank you.